Hello, this is Charlotte and Melissa, and today we're going to be reviewing what we consider to be the best film of 2010, Inception.
The sci-fi action thriller directed by London-born Christopher Nolan really reflects his talents on many different levels. I think that Inception is very similar to some of Christopher Nolan's previous films. I think it's got his signature on the film, that kind of dark sort of tone to the film, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it's really similar to his previous works such as Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
You can see the similarities with like the scenes and the lighting, and it's very dark.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Dismal. It's also got an all-star cast. What do you reckon to Leonardo DiCaprio's performance? He plays Dom Cobbs.
I think his performance was good. I don't think he deserves an Oscar for it, but I think it could have been a bit deeper. I think I liked the romantic kind of side to the story. I think the film would have been just a bit too sort of sci-fi intense without that. That made it a bit more real. But
yeah,
I think he did good, but he could have been better.
Yeah, I think it was just a fairly average
Yeah.
performance, really. Someone that I really did like in the film was Ellen Page.
Yeah, I thought she was brilliant.
Yeah, it's quite different to what she did in Juno.
Yeah.
Who did she play again? Was it
Adrienne?
Yeah.
I thought she was brilliant. Let's have a listen to what she thought to her performance in the film.
Yeah.
And I think the challenge for me personally was with the fact that I was playing a character that essentially is really helping the audience a lot and asking a lot of questions and enabling those questions to feel real and organic and be able to make that coming from a very, very honest place.
Okay, the film also stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Ken Watanabe, and Tom Hardy as well. I think they all gave really good performances for some not as well-known actors as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, I'm glad they popped Michael Caine in there as well.
Yeah.
I think he's brilliant. It wouldn't have been the same without him.
No.
What about the special effects? I mean, I think that is what made the film, really. I don't think it's anything... Well, it did have a good narrative, but I think the special effects is what makes it...
Yeah, especially
so
when
good.
the street folds over in Paris. I think that's
Yeah.
brilliant. And all the one at the beginning, the opening scene at the beginning when the room kind of all destroys in on itself. I think that's really good.
Yeah. And I like it when they're floating in that corridor as well.
Yeah, that's really good.
It's really good, yeah. It's got... it requires intense concentration for the viewer, which can be quite off-putting, but I do think it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah, the narrative of the film's quite complex, isn't it? And that opening scene really just kind of throws you into the middle of a scene. And you've got to kind of work it out from there. It's one of them films that you can't switch off or go out the room for 5 minutes because you'll be completely lost.
Yeah.
And especially at the end when it gets into all them different dream levels and you've got to really concentrate on what's going on.
Yeah, because you're like in 3 different zones, aren't you,
Yeah.
at different times. And if you went out of the room, you'd be on one zone, and then next minute you come back, you've got no idea where you are.
Yeah.
So it does require a lot of concentration.
Yeah.
But I still think that it's definitely worth watching.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a listen to what Leonardo DiCaprio thought to the film and his performance.
Yeah.
Trying to understand the rules of the dream world that he was creating, what the possibilities of what was in that world, and trying to really create, a character with a real emotional, backbone and a sort of this therapeutic journey that he needs to go through within these stages of the subconscious. So I needed that one-on-one time with him to have more clarity.
Okay, so all in all, do you think that the film was worth all the great reviews that it got?
No.
No?
No. I think it's, in a sense, yeah, like I said, for the special effects, but overall, I think it's just way too confusing.
Yeah.
I think, Leonardo just did an average performance.
Yeah.
But putting that aside, I think that the other actors did really well.
Yeah.
And it was a very unique idea, so I'll give it that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Leonardo was him being the lead role. I think it was his fame that kind of brought the film and Christopher Nolan to attention, but I think it's definitely the rest of the cast that bring the film together.
Yeah. Right, that's our review on Inception. Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.